part of your anthologies, this one in particular maybe, because it's the most recent. Margot, you always amaze me. I've admired you for years for doing the tightrope with no safety net. And you did it again. You held the safety net in your hand, but you didn't really need to hold it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got mine right here, open to exactly where I need it to be. So somewhere late in the wasteland, T.S. Eliot said, "Shall I at least put my own house in order?" And when David contacted me about this anthology, I thought, and then he actually has us explain why we wrote the poems we wrote in opposite page. To sum mine up, I don't think it's possible to change anybody else without first changing yourself. And as far as communities go, yes, I'm a big believer, but one of our earliest and perhaps longest lasting communities is the internal community, in which we have conflicting voices and impulses and wishes and pains and defeats. And how do we come to terms with those? So my poem, I think ultimately was an attempt to change my own consciousness. And if it changes someone else's, that's fine. In fact, that's really good, but I don't really expect that. So it's called 9 Breaths. If you had just 9 breaths left, what would they tell you? Remember the time you said to a friend, "Bear with me. Tomorrow will be so strange, so trying. Can't you please stay longer?" Or when being deep into schedules and meal plans, you forgot to take your lover's hand, romance seeming remote as a lone oak on a Mayacamas hillside. Or the summer when you two sailed a sunfish at dusk in Gardiner's Bay, with shallow water purling the narrow hull, and you knew that love was as available as wind. Or when in the throes of physical pain, you walked in sunlight toward those redwoods at the far end of the garden to reprop a bamboo pole under the young cypress's not yet strong and self-sufficient branch. Or that all the breaths in all your pasts are one long exhale from a wind-tested redwood's ancestor to you. And that light isn't just a trick of sun in the solar system, but a shaft afloat between horizon and eye and soul, where colors imbue what lives with joy. That time itself once sought you to be your friend, yet needed friendship in return, to reach out to you, but you were too taken with what was over the next hill to notice. That the coming silence might wane and weaken you, bend and break you, and shut down sounds akin to a Bach string sonata, soothing a life bruised by time. That the coming dark might be forever or not, and what's beyond it might be like a rail fence standing between far-flung fields, dividing yours from mine, yet penetrable as sound, insubstantial as air. Thank you.